Hello and welcome to Happy to Crochet. I am Sarah Lee, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a front loop single crochet. It's an easy stitch. This is what it looks like up close. Nice tight weave. And for this example, I made a washcloth. And when I measured it out, it's 7 by 7 and it is squared. So you just take your little project. If you want a square, make sure that your ends match up, and that'll give you your indication that you've made a square. Anyways, what I used is an eye hook. Oh, can you see that eye hook? There you go. I used a Susan Bates, but it's a 5.5 millimeter US. Well, come on, US 9. This one has a nice grip on it. I like it. I don't have any favorites. I don't play favorites when it comes to my hooks. I just use what I like. All right. So for my washcloth, I used this big twist cotton. It is actually 85% cotton and 15% polyester. I usually, when I'm making my washcloths for kitchen use, I usually will go for 100% cotton. But when I saw this cotton, it was like, I think like this, and I saw cotton, got excited and bought it. I like it though. I've used this before, and it works up really well. Also, it holds up to some good dish cleaning and kitchen sink cleaning and counters. So I would recommend it. It is a 4-weight medium, and the suggested hook size is a 9/9, which worked out perfect. Now, if you're going to use this for your knitting needles, it suggests that you use a US 8 5 millimeter. I don't know much about knitting needles, so forgive me on that. This was made in Turkey, and the color is Raindrop Splash. You can machine wash it on warm and tumble dry. It says to do not iron and do not bleach, but anyway. So this is what I'm going to use. Now, I recently made a washcloth with this, and unfortunately, I realized all too late, as in when I was completely done with it, I'd used the wrong hook size. I like my washcloths to be about the size of my hand. So when I had used an H hook, it was a little bit shorter, which was fine. But then I realized at some point in time, I had used the I hook, and then I went to the H hook. I don't know how I did that, but we're going to fix that by redoing it. So first thing I am going to do, oh, by the way, I've got a friend here today. The first thing we're going to do is make a starting chain here, and do a loop, the slip knot. Is it a slip knot? Anyway, so I'm going to start here, and now I can use any number of stitches because there doesn't have to be a certain amount. This is an awesome stitch to do. So when I made this cloth, I did 31, chain here to give me my 7 by 7. So I'm going to start with 31. So the first stitch is this one. This one doesn't count, the one that's on here. Okay. If you are a beginner, this is pretty easy. If you can make a chain, you can get through this foundation chain. And if you're advanced, well, you guys could probably do this in your sleep. But anyways, we'll start out with 1, 2, 3. We don't count the one on the hook. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pretty easy, right? So for you beginners, you're going to yarn over, pull through your loop. Yarn over, pull through your loop. Yarn over, pull through your loop, and yarn over, pull through your loop. Yarn over, pull through your loop. If you lose count, you can easily go back and count. So you're not going to count your little knot that you created, but you're going to count your stitches. Well, that one looks funny. You can count your stitches. It depends. You can count it from this end or this end, but I'm going to go ahead and count from here. So this one doesn't count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. This is what you're counting, that little leg there. See the little leg, the little loop? That is what you're counting. I hope I was in frame. Let me just take a look here and make sure, because I'm not perfect. I'm new at this. All right, I think I'm okay. Once I sat down, maybe they got loud. All right, so 15, so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. All right, now that I have my 31 chains, if you want to make yours longer, you can, or if you want to make it smaller, you can. But if you want to follow along and do the same that I'm doing, you want to have your 31. Now we're going to start our row. So that's the foundation chain. That doesn't count as row 1. So for row 1, we are going to do 1 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So we don't count this. This is what we're going to count. This guy right here, that's number 1. And then there's number 2, right? So we're going to do that single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So single crochet, we're going to go in to the stitch. We're going to yarn over and then pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Okay, so that is your first one. Now I am going to go and do a yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both of those stitches, both of those loops. And I'm going to do this all the way down. So I'm going to have a total of 30 when I get down to the end. So go into your stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both stitches, both loops, excuse me. In through your stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. And this is how you do your single crochet. I'm going to go all the way down with you. So go in, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. So go into your stitch, yarn over, pull through. You have 2. You're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Pretty easy, right? You guys got this. If you're a beginner, you know what? It might take a while. It just takes a little practice. Ask any of these advanced people here. They're like, yeah. When you first start out, it might feel wibbly wobbly. You're like, oh, what do I do? You just keep working at it and you'll be amazing. Whoops. Okay, so go in through your stitch, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 2 on there, yarn over, pull through both loops. And I'm kind of getting things tight here. I like cotton for my kitchen cloths. This one here will be used to wash my dishes, and they hold up pretty well. I throw mine into the washing machine, into the dryer. I don't have any problems with them. And they last me a long time. I used to love scrubbers. There's all kinds of scrubbers out there. Some that I was devoted to. That was the one I wanted. And then, the scrubbers last while, maybe 2 weeks, a week, 2 weeks, something like that. But then I noticed that the little plastic scrubber bits would be starting to fall off and they're going down the drain. And you guys know this stuff then gets into the waterways. They filter out a lot of stuff, but it has to go somewhere. So where does it go? I don't know. But I decided that I wanted to try to make my own washcloths and make them out of cotton. And so now this one has plastics in it because it has the um, polyester. So this is not the one I usually would pick. I usually like the 100% cotton, but it's what I ended up buying. So we'll use it until it's gone. But, for scrubbing, just, just because you guys are like, or if you are thinking, well, what if you really need a good scrubbing power? I like the steel wool. I have been using that, and I will tell you, I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so now we're going to this last one, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through two. So there we are at the end. If you wanted to count it, you have your 30. So we're going to count this little V. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. So that is row 1. So now row 2, I am going to make 1 chain and turn. So now I'm going to skip this first single crochet. This chain is going to count as my first single crochet. When I go over, it's going to pretend to be a, one there. So we're going to skip this first one and we're going to go into the next one. Now this is where our front loop single crochet comes in. Let me grab something here. One moment. Whoa. Oops, sorry guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to shake you. Let's see. Sorry, I have something on the back of my chair and it keeps hitting my wooden chair when I sit down. All right. Where was I? Okay. So we're going to look at this one here. Let's investigate it. So you can see you have a little V, right? Some people call them legs. There's a leg and there's a leg, or they call them a V. So you've got your V, right? See that? Now when it is away from you, so I have, this is the side that's near me and that's the side that's away from me. This is my front loop. So front, 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 front. This one is your back loop. Back, the back, back. A lot of projects, you go through both. Oops. You go through both, right? Some projects call for the back loop only, and this project calls for the front loop only. So I'm going to go in here, and then I'm going to go in here, and all the way down, doing a single crochet into that front loop. And as a reminder, I'm going to skip this first one. Okay, this doesn't count. What's on your hook does not count. Whoops, I was wrong. Let me correct myself. This does not count. We're not going into this. We're going to skip this and we're going into this one. Okay. I hope that's right. I think I'm confusing myself now. Alrighty. So let me just get my fingers and everything correct and ready. And oh no, I was wrong. Yeah. I am going to skip that first single crochet. Okay. I confused myself. Now that I have this all in my position, I'm going to skip this single crochet and I'm going to go into this one, front loop only. We should have 30. So we'll go ahead and count just to make sure. So here's 1, 2, 3. And let me just say right here, now you can see with this thread, it splits, which is okay. I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. It's just the way it was made. So I'll go back and fix that. And I just want to say, I'm human. I make mistakes. I am not perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I strive for perfection. I know I never will be perfect. And that's okay. As long as I'm just doing my best. That's all I require of myself. Each day I try to improve myself, and then there's days that I don't. But for the most part, each day I try to improve myself, and I just land where I do. And I think that if I do that, I'm okay. Right? So forgive me if I make some mistakes in here. I'm not perfect, and I just like to crochet. I like to do my crafts. My work is going to look like it's been handmade by a human. So, and I'm fine with that. I like items that have been handmade. All right. Obviously, I've lost count because I was talking. It's getting a little stiff here. I think I'm just holding my tension really tight, but that's okay. I like the rhythmic motion. So as you can see, we're still going into that front loop only. And then when I get down to the end, I will go ahead and give it a count. But this is very easy, fun stitch. It gives it like almost a textured ridge. Ridge. So still going into that front loop. And if you go up a size, like so your hook is a little bit bigger, your end result, you'll have a larger washcloth. You can make a dish towel out of this, scarf, use some big chunky yarn. You could make a blanket with this stitch. I don't know if you'd want to. It might take you a little bit, but yeah. So now I get to this end and I notice that I have a gap here, which is fine, but I have been adding something, I think. Let me go ahead and count on this first, and let's just see where we are. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Okay, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and leave that gap. There have been times when I have tried to pick up on this one to shorten that, but I think I'm just going to stick with that 30. I might put an edge on there. I don't know. So, okay, here we are. We are at 30, and now what I'm going to do, this is where our repeat starts. I'm going to turn it, chain, or chain and turn, whichever you want to do. Skip that first one, and we're going to start here. And again, we're going into that front loop only. So think of that one that's closest to you. And that is it. It is a super easy stitch. I'm just thinking how I was so happy I had this project done. And thinking what else I need to work on or want to work on. I'm working on a blanket currently, and it's the mile a minute pattern. My cousin had asked if I would take a look at her pattern that her mother had and was in her mother's belongings, and when she was going through it, and asked me if I could make one of those blankets. It was pretty easy. It's really cute, actually. And then I went and saw her mother's blanket, and I'm like, wow, I love the colors your mother used compared to what I've used. But I used what I had on hand because at that moment I was kind of in a bind. I was getting ready to go visit my cousin, and I did not have time to go out and go shopping for yarn, so I had to use what I had on hand, and I was pretty happy with the fact that I was able to gather together what I needed. All right, let's see here. So I'm coming to the end. And going in here. And I'm going to give it a count. I'm going to count backwards. Not backwards per se, but I'm going to go backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 29 now. That one's only 29. So I do need to put another stitch in here. I'm going to double count that just to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay, so I need to put in one more. So I'm glad I counted. And I'm going to put it into this one right here and create a 30. Now, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe someone saw it and were like, if you had done it this way, that's okay. There is more than one way to crochet. As long as I have my 30, I'm happy. So this is what it's looking like, guys. Like I said, I'm not perfect, but I'm just trying to be and not holding myself prisoner if I don't do something perfect. So there we go. That is what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was easy to understand. Maybe you enjoyed it. Maybe I will make a few more. All right, until the next time, you guys, take care and enjoy your craft.